This is the Old Musician's Blog number 82. Good evening. How are you today? Well, here I am again, talking to my imaginary audience. Or maybe it's real, I don't know. I look on YouTube, and now I have 135 followers. That means every time I put up one of these videos, it goes into 135 people's streams. So they see my face. And the funny thing is that whenever YouTube chooses a picture to paste on the front of my video, it's always got my mouth open. So I don't know how it does that. I've tried all kinds of things, and there's probably a way of choosing the front picture of the thing, but I don't know what it is. I've tried keeping my mouth shut for a while, or smiling, or doing some other thing, but they always seem to choose one with my mouth hanging open. So I guess that's what it is. Anyway, so the big news today is that we're going to go on a trip tomorrow morning to the high desert in eastern Oregon. And it's quite a sight, really, that landscape. And my wife Lucy, she's been there. She lived there for a couple of years, and while she was recovering from some health issues. And I've been out there many times. Our friend the Swami lives out there, and we're going to convoy in a couple of cars with Doug and Naomi, because they want to see that. And there's some very interesting places. There's the lava fields, Horse Mountain, the Scorpion Ridge, and Truth Rock. Truth Rock is the special place in Surprise Valley that we always like to go. I'm hoping that Lucy will be able to find her way up the rock one more time, but it's getting a little difficult for her. But since she's been taking the drops, now she's been taking these 4 drops twice a day. That's a tincture made from the Green Lady that a friend made for us, and she takes those 4 drops, and by golly, she can walk. She stands up straighter. She's not in pain all the time, and this is fantastic news, really. And so who knows? Maybe we'll make it up to the top of Truth Rock one more time. Look out for them rattlesnakes, but I think it's still a little bit early in the spring for them to be waking up yet. So we'll take some warm clothes and go on up there. That's my favorite place. We've been up the top of Horse Mountain a couple of times, and you have to ask permission, and because it's private property. But that's really a climb, and we won't be trying anything that strenuous, but just to drive past it and see it. And then there's also the bird sanctuary where there's all that water on the way. It's very flat there, and with these little mountainous peaks and mounds in the distance that you see all around in the high desert. It's its own place that's very special in its own way, and has a lot of openness and there's a high, almost like a singing atmosphere there that I don't know if it makes your ears ring exactly, but it kind of makes your mind hiss, a kind of a hissing ring, high-pitched, that is conducive to a heightened state of meditation that I think that the high desert has for itself. So even though I'm reluctant to travel now, especially as I have my garden in, and the green ladies are growing down there, and I don't want to take any chances with having a lack of water. But it's just for overnight, and we'll be back the next evening. It's about a 3-hour drive, which is about enough for us to do these days. 3 hours at a time is a good drive for us. So that's what I'm filling in. And meanwhile, she's teaching a tarot class in the kitchen. So I've been in the music room practicing the songs and the changes for the upcoming gig with Casey on Father's Day. That's still a little ways away, and I'm glad about that. It's funny because in some ways it's the simplest songs that are the more difficult ones for me. The two beats have their own particular way of being played, and I'm kind of doing a halftime cheat for it, which when I should be doing a full-on boom chick stride type thing, I'm just going to boom chick a boom chick a boom chick, and so that it's a halftime, and there's quite a few songs that fit into that category. But the main thing that I'm doing, which is the most important thing, is I'm going through each song and I'm finding the opening notes of the melody so that I can feed that to Casey, and that's a real important part of being able to accompany a singer is, even if you, are not super great at doing an introduction, as long as you can feed them the right notes and the melody in the right key so that they can come in and take the song and make it their own from there, you've got a good chance of making it through and making it okay. So the ones that are, I think, the easiest for me actually are the ballads, and probably those are the ones I like the best. But there's a great variety of songs in this, and it's very good practice for me, and so I'm having a good time doing that. I also have a little preparation for the gig coming up next week with Sonic Graffiti, but not so much, as that'll be bass, saxophone, and piano, and I'll be playing the piano. And the bass player actually will be playing a cello, but he makes it sound quite nice, and he has a nice nice lines in the way he's chosen to play the bass. So that's all the news that's fit to print, and I shall continue on with doing this for at least a while longer. So I've decided to do 100, and this is 82, and I think it's 82, maybe it's 83. Sometimes I get mixed up. So there you have it. I'm going up to 100 anyway, regardless of whether I have anything to say or not.